So, algebra. What are the basic rules of algebra? Well, algebra is just when you've got a combination of letters and numbers. Let's say, for example, we have the expression x plus 2 equals 9. Well, we know that 7 plus 2 must equal 9, so we can actually say that x must equal 7. When you were younger, you used to just cover your finger over the x and say, what plus 2 equals 9, and you worked it out as 7. Then when we were in 8th grade, we showed you a little bit about what you could do to both sides of the equation to get the letters on one side and all the numbers on the other. Well, we talked about taking away 2 from the left-hand side of the equation here to get rid of the positive 2 here. 2 minus 2 would give you 0 here. And if we take away 2 from the left-hand side of the equation, we have to do exactly the same thing to the other side of the equation. So we would take away 2 here. So in algebra, as long as you do exactly the same thing to both sides of the equal sign, you can pretty much do what you want. This would give us that x plus 0 would equal 7. Otherwise, x equals 7, which is what we would expect when we had use the finger method as well. Now when you get into 9th grade, you can actually look at this expression, x plus 2 is equal to 9, and think, okay, I want to get x by itself. I'm going to move the 2 to the other side. When I move the 2 to the other side, I change sign of the 2. So x equals 9, and because it was plus 2 on this side of the equal sign, it's actually going to end up being minus 2 on the other side. So we get the expression x equals 7. And this is a pretty important concept in algebra, and it helps you a lot if you know these techniques. So, if x divided by 7 equals 1, and I'm using this technique where I want to get all my x's on one side of the equation and all my numbers on the other, in 9th grade, we can say that I want to take this divided by 7 and move it to the other side of the equal sign, which will give it multiplied by 7. So x is going to equal 7. And that's pretty sensible, and you can always go back and check that you haven't made a silly mistake. If x equals 7, then substitute it back into your original equation. X divided by 7 equals 1, but I know now that x is supposed to equal 7. Does 7 divided by 7 equal 1? Yes, then I've done it correctly.